Hello guys, I am Umair Nazim and welcome to Let's Code. In the previous video, we talked about what are the arrays and how to give the input by using for loop and how to get the output by using for loop and for each loop. With this, we also covered more topics in a very detail. But in today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to extract the strings in Java. I also talked about the strings in the previous videos, but I did not show you how to extract the strings. So in this video, I will show you in a very detail. So without wasting any time, let me show you. So as you can see here, I have written one string that is Islamabad is an amazing city. So I put this string into this variable whose name is beauty. So this beauty is the name of a variable. So you can say that within this beauty, I have written this string. Now, the first thing is I want to make this whole string into an uppercase letter. So for that one, how can I do it? Simply, I will write here, I will print this statement, this one, and here I will use beauty, the name of my variable, that is beauty dot. So as you can see, when I use this dot here, when I press this dot here, there are different methods that are related to the strings. One is character at, one is similar like this, as you can see when you scroll it down, index. So with this you can get also the indexes and similar like this. But for this time I want to make our string into an uppercase letter. I will use here dot 2. So when I use here dot 2, as you can see here it is lowercase, here to string, and here is to uppercase. So I will click this one to uppercase, and now let me show you. So when I print this one, as you can see, our whole string is printed with an uppercase letter. Similar is the case when you want to print it with a lowercase letter. I will use here dot 2 again, and there is, here you can see there is lowercase. I will click this one and let me run this one. So as you can see, our whole string is now printed with a lowercase letter. Now after this one, I want to show you one more thing. And before showing this thing, I want to explain that in the strings, it is similar like arrays. Like in arrays, our indexes start from 0. So similar is the case within this string, our indexes will start from 0. So this I will be considered as 0 index, this S will be considered 1 index, this one L will be considered 2 index. So similar like this, so it will go on. But important thing is that these white spaces, these spaces will also be considered as an indexes. So if I want to know the size of my this string, how can I know? For that one, I will write here the variable that is beauty dot. So I will use here dot, and I will use length. So when I write this one LE, as you can see, the first option is length. So I will select this one and let me execute this one. So there are 28 characters. You can say the length is 28. So this length is including these spaces. These spaces will also be considered as a index. So here I show you this one. Now I want to show you one more thing. So now, for example, I want to get the index. For example, our user want to get the index of this L here, this L. So how can I know what is the index of this L? Like simply I know this one is 0, 1, 2 and 3. 3 is the index of L. But with the method, how can we get it? So for that one, actually, simply I will write here beauty, the name of my variable, beauty dot. So after this one dot, I will use here index of. So now we will get what is the index of L. For that one, I will use here beauty dot index. So as you can see here, when I write this one, beauty dot in, when I write here, so here you can see beauty dot index of with this character. Okay, so it means here I will put my character here, and it will give me the index of that character. So sorry, here this one, and I will write here, okay, what is which character do you want to get the index? I want to get the index of L. So I use here. Now as you can see, this whole method will give us an integer value. So for that reason, I have to create one integer. So I will use here integer, and I will give any name, position for example. So now this position will hold the index of this L. So sorry, I have to create here C. Yes, so within this L. So because we want to get the character, that's why we have to use this single quoted commas. So again I will use here system O, and now I will use position POS. Okay, so now as you can see, here it is written the index is 2 here. Why? Because it is 0, it is 1 at the S. Sorry, I did mistake. ISL. Okay, now let me execute it once more. So as you can see, this I is the 0 index, this S is the 1 index, and this L is the second index. So our indexes will start from 0, that's why it will become third index. Now for example, if I want to get the index of B here, now I will write here B, and let me execute it here. So the index is 6. Now I is a 0 index, S is 1 index, L is 2 index, A is 3 index, M is 4 index, A is 5 index, and B is 6 index. So it means this B is lying on the 6 index. Okay, now one more method is, for example, now this method is how can you get the index, and now one more method is how can you get the character. Now this one is the opposite, you can say. So for that one, first of all, I will write here beauty dot, okay, now character at, by using this first method. So here now what will happen here, now instead of putting here my character, I will put the index. Now for example, I want to get the index of this L. Now index is 0 1 2, so I will write here 2, and now it will give us a character. So for that one, I will create here one character, and I will write here, for example, value. Okay, so I will give this name as a value to my variable. Now my value variable will hold a character here, the character that is located on the second index. So simply I'm going to print it here. Sorry, not here, using this one. Okay, so I will use here the name of my variable, that is value. So as you can see, on the second index, our L character is located. So I have shown you these methods, and now some important methods are also. So now there are some important methods, and so now for example, if our user want that I want to extract the string, for example, from this L to this, for example, you can say this A. Okay, so we want to get the string that will start from L and that will end at A. Okay, so how can we get this length, like these characters, how? So for that one, actually there is a method that is substring. So for that one, simply I will write here beauty, beauty. So beauty dot, now to get like this, I will use here substring, sub. Okay, so as you can see here, it is written substring. So within this substring, this one is the beginning index, this one is the ending index. So I will click here. Now first of all, I have to give the beginning index. Now what is the beginning index of, for example, L 0 1 2? Now it will start from the second index 1 2, and 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. Now we want to get the value until the 16th index, including the space. Okay, so now this thing will return us a string, so that's why I have to create here one more string, and I will again write here st. For example, I give this one name. Now within this st, it will give us the string that we have extracted. So here I will use system.o, and I will print st, and let's see the result. So now as you can see here, it starts from L and it is until this an. So here an, and now it is also taking the space. Now if I want to include this a also, I will use here 17. Okay, so now let's see it. When I use this one 17, as you can see, this a is also included. So it means that 0, 1, 2, and this one is the 17th index. Okay. So one more method is, so for example, here instead of defining the last index, if you want, if you just specify the first index, now what will happen if I specify the fourth and then I don't want to give the last index? So what will happen then? Let me execute this one. So as you can see, it will print the whole string that will start from the fourth index, and the remaining characters it will print until the string will finish. So what is the fourth index? Fourth index is here, M. So after M, you can say it will print this whole string here. So after this one, there is also one more thing. How can you split some string here? So let me remove this whole thing here, and I will create one string. So this one is a string, and I will give this one a name, for example str. Okay, so within this one I will create one string, for example hard work. Okay, this one hard work, sorry, okay, this one hard work, and then pays. Okay, so here as you can see, I have written this string hard work pays, and I have declared this one hash symbol. So now I want that when our hash symbol will come, it will extract this part. So when our hash symbol will find, it will extract this part, again it will extract this work, again you can see this hash symbol, and after the hash symbol it will again extract this part. So it means there are three parts. It will extract that parts, it will split, you can say another words, it will split that one. So for that one, how can we do? Simply we will write here str dot. So after this dot I will use here split. So when I use here split, as you can see here it is written rejects. So that one is a rejects. Okay, so I will put here rejects, and within this one I will specify here what do you want to extract. We want that whenever it will find this hash symbol, it will extract the string there. Okay, so one important thing is that when you want to use this split method, actually it will split your string into arrays. So for that reason I have to create one array. So that is an array string. I will use here string, and I will define this one array symbol here, and after that I will give this name str2. Okay, so now what it means that whenever for example whenever it will find this hash symbol, it will extract that parts and it will store that parts within this str2. And now we want to get the output. For that output, again you have two methods. One is you can do it by using for each loop, and one is you can do it by using for loop. So here I will use for each loop. For each loop, actually this one is related to the string, so I will use here string, for example string value, and after that str2. Okay, so here I will do it value. Now let me show you. So as you can see, it has printed these things. So whenever it will find this hash symbol, it will extract the strings. So guys, I already explained this for each loop in the previous video. I have already made one video, one separate video. What's the difference between for loop and for each loop? You can also watch it to clear your concept. Okay, now instead of using this hash symbol, I want that whenever it will find a space, so it will extract that string. For example, I will give here space. Instead of this one, I will give here a space. So what it means that whenever it will find a space within our string, it will extract, it will split that parts. Now again let me run it. So as you can see, the result is same because we use here the spaces.
So guys, that's it for today. If you like the video, subscribe my channel, write your comments, give your opinion and share it with your friends. See you in the next video with the new topic. Take care.